welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for this video. I get so many questions about what are the chakras, because within the energy healing work, chakras come up a lot. There's a reason for that. Each chakra is an energy center. We have hundreds, if not thousands, of chakras throughout our whole body and within our energy field. But for the sake of this video, I'm only going to share the primary 7 chakras that I like to work with my clients and that most people talk about. Chakras originate from a lot of different cultures. The most well-known chakras are from the Hindu texts and yoga, but a lot of other cultures also have identified these energy centers. You've got the energy centers within Tantra, there's energy centers within the shamanic healings as well. The druids and the witches and all of the people really from every culture have identified that there are these energy centers that run through like a column of our body, and they go basically in alignment with our spine. What does the chakra stand for? It stands for wheel, and what it is it's like a vortex of energy that sits in a certain location, and it helps to keep our mind, body and spirit in harmony. And when one of these chakras gets a little bit off balanced, or it gets a little bit slow, or it's running and it's overactive, this can create a disharmony within our system. And when we have this disharmony, we can then manifest in our bodies, in our physical bodies, illness and disease and pain. And then in our energetic world, we can then manifest unhealthy relationships, jobs we're not happy in. We can feel stuck and stagnant. We could also have a loss of our own identity. So there are many ways that the chakras really affect our system. So we have our root or base chakra, which sits at the base of our spine, at our coccyx or our perineum. And then we have our sacral chakra, which sits around our sexual organs or 2 inches below the belly button. Then we have our solar plexus chakra that sits then 2 inches above our belly button. And we have our heart chakra that sits on our chest near our heart. We have our throat chakra, we have the third eye chakra, and we have a crown chakra. Each chakra is identified by a color, by sound, by the feel of the energy. So there are so many different ways that we can balance these chakras. The bottom 3 chakras, so the root chakra, sacral chakra and solar plexus, are connected to the earth. This is what creates our stability, our self-identity, our security, our creativity, our sexual energy. And then we have above the heart chakra, we have the throat chakra, the third eye and the crown. And this is what connects us to our intuition, our voice, our connection to others and to the universe. The lower 3 chakras are also the connection to earth. So they're quite earthy energy centers. And they all come together in alignment at the heart chakra. So the root chakra is red in color. It is the connection to earth. It is our connection to earth, earth's energies. And our root chakra is in balance. We can feel abundant, we feel safe and secure. We can feel self-motivated. It's very heavily connected to our kidneys and our adrenal glands. So that's where our energy also can come from. It's our survival needs. When it's imbalanced, we feel very safe. When it's out of balance, that's when things like anxiety can come through and we can feel quite anxious or uneasy or nervous. So working with that root chakra really helps. I also find a lot of the time with my clients and even with myself that the root chakra is really connected in with that inner child. So when we're working on that base root chakra, that is when we tend to tap into our inner child and our inner child healing. The next chakra is the sacral chakra, which is located 2 inches below the belly button. The color that is associated with the sacral chakra is generally orange. The sacral chakra, when it's balanced, we can feel creative, fertile, our sexual energy is healthy, feel a fire. Like when I think of something that I'm passionate about, it tends to sit in that spot for me as a woman. Sometimes for men it's more in that root chakra because that's where their sexual energy is more located. But for a woman it's very much in the womb, that passion. For a lot of people, this is where we also hold our emotions. It's where we hold all of the relationship emotions that we've had, all of the trauma that we've had in our life is where we tend to hold it in the sacral chakra. Next chakra is the solar plexus chakra, which is located in between the heart and the belly button. And the associated color with that is yellow. And when it is balanced, we can feel very secure in our self-identity and our own willpower. That's where our willpower and our identity lies. It's where we have the power to go and get what we want. Our passion from the lower chakras and our love from the heart chakra, and then the intuition from the higher chakras kind of all drops into that solar plexus, and we know where we want to go, and so that solar plexus drives us. When the solar plexus is also balanced, we have a lot of direction in our life. We have a lot of clarity of where we want to go and how we're going to get there. And we have a lot more self-esteem because that identity, that self-identity and self-esteem is strong. So the next chakra is the heart chakra. Now this is where all the energies come to meet. So if the heart chakra is unbalanced, you can probably bet that something else is definitely going to be unbalanced because there's not a good flow between all of the chakras, because although they have their own flow, they also work in alignment, and if they're not working in alignment with each other, with the earth energy, with the sky energy, then it's not going to be in alignment, and more times than not, the heart is then not running great. So the associated color for the heart chakra is green. Sometimes people can use pink, but I tend to find it's always green. It's a beautiful radiant green that comes out from people's chests. So the heart chakra is, when it's balanced, we feel a lot of compassion. That's a lot of compassion for others, but it's also a lot of compassion for ourselves. It's all about our self-love. A lot of the time when we're not being kind to ourselves, our heart chakra becomes a little bit stagnant and sluggish because we're not feeding it that beautiful energy to keep it going. The heart chakra can also become off balanced if we've had some relationship struggles. That can be any relationship. It's just where we've had a hurt and then it can be off balance. When the heart chakra is a little bit off balance, that tends to be when we become quite reactive We don't have that compassion to take the time to consider, what the other person's perspective is, what their own story is. We feel that hurt come up straight away, and immediately we react instead of reflecting and then approaching it on a conscious level. When it's also out of balance, we can become a little bit possessive. We can have issues with abandonment. So that also ties in as well with then the root chakra, because the root chakra is all about our safety and stability and our security. So that's what I'm saying, like when one chakra is out of balance and the other one is. So if the root chakra is out of balance and you're not feeling safe and secure, then more than likely your heart chakra is going to be out of balance. So the next chakra is the throat chakra. When this is balanced, we can communicate easily, we can share our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, we can self-express with ease. Our creative energy from the sacral chakra can come then up and come through the throat chakra easily if it's all working in alignment really well. It's also about sharing our truth. So a lot of the time when maybe, you're in a situation where you want to share what you need to say, sometimes you can get that feeling like there's that lump in your throat. That is the throat chakra closing and slowing and becoming stagnant because you're not allowing yourself that full expression. The next chakra is the third eye chakra. The color associated with this is indigo, or some people use a purple, a dark purple. And predominantly what is going on in your third eye chakra is your intuition, your own inner intuition and intuition from the outside. So when it's off balance, you're not going to be very intuitive, you're not going to be open to learning or receiving spiritual guidance. And lastly, the crown chakra. So that's located on the crown of your head, or just like above, because it's in the energy field. And this is associated with your connection to the divine masculine. So the connection to the outside of the universe, like you look at the sky and then beyond, it's the connection to all of that. It's the connection to our ancestors. When it's closed, we can also lose the connection to our subconscious knowing. That's the 7 chakras in a nutshell, to not make this video too long. Each chakra is also associated with a physical part of your body. So, for example, the sacral chakra is associated with the reproductive system. The third eye is associated with your eyes, your ears, your sinus. Your crown chakra is associated with your nervous system. It's associated with your pineal gland. As I mentioned before as well, like the root chakra, it's associated with your adrenal glands. So a lot of the time when this energy becomes unbalanced, it can then manifest into the physical, and it can manifest as pain or illness throughout the body, and it needs to be cleared to help shift this energy and keep it going through. Another question I get asked a lot is, how do I balance my chakras? How do I clear my chakras? And the first thing I want to say is, sometimes you don't really have to clear your chakras. It's not that you have something negative or toxic within your chakras. It's just that you might have an energy that you're ready to let go of. It's ready to move on. It's no longer needed by you, and maybe somebody else needs that energy. So to balance your chakras, the first thing you could do is go to an energy healer. Any energy healer would be suitable. Shamanic, Reiki, crystal, sound. they all will work within the chakra system because it's a main part of energy healing. So if you wanted to work on it at home, you can do sound healing. So you can pop into YouTube or Spotify, you know, sacral chakra music, and it will come up and you can meditate or have that music playing while you're doing something. You can use the colours. So as I mentioned, they all have a colour that is linked to the chakras. You can use the colour, so using crystals in that colour, wearing clothes in that colour, having the colours in your house, eating that coloured food, that will help with balancing that chakra. You can use essential oils. There are many essential oils with that link with the chakras. Like a root chakra, you would use like a tree, a woody essential oil, a bit like myrrh or sandalwood. Then you have your sacral chakra, which is more of that passion and that fire. So you'd have cinnamon or wild orange. So you can use essential oils. You can set up an altar if you wanted to, work with your chakra, whatever chakra you're using. If you're starting out, I suggest working from the base up. So you're going to work and you can heal that root chakra, balance that root chakra with the inner child. You're going to feel safe, you're going to feel secure, so then whatever else might come up when you're working through the rest, you have that safety and that secure feeling. But you can work with an altar. So say you are going to work on the root chakra, you could set up the altar with a lot of red things, red crystals. You could use the essential oil that's associated to it. You could get some earth, so get some dirt and have some dirt on the altar. You could have a red candle. There are so many different ways that you could balance each chakra at home. That's the chakras in a nutshell, just to make it so simple and make this video quick, because if I go into detail, this video will go forever. If you want to learn more about the chakras, I am starting a 7-day program in my Facebook group, Cosmic Feminine Connection. I'll link it in the description. And for 7 days, we're going to go through each chakra, and we will have some exercises to do. You'll learn exactly what crystals and essential oils you could use for them. And we're just going to have heaps of fun. So if you're interested in that, head to the description, click on the link and come and join the Facebook group, and we'll get started in June. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, hit the bell and give me a thumbs up, because it really helps my channel. It helps me to know what content that you enjoy watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.